Good morning. It is 8:17 in the morning. It is Tuesday the 23rd of October 2012 and this is Steve Judd, professional astrologer, with today's forecast. And today's forecast is not so much about what's going on in the sky, even though there's lots going on. But this is part 2 of my American trilogy. This is the horoscope of Mitt Romney. 12th of March 1947, 9:51 a.m. in the morning in Detroit, in Michigan, making him a Pisces with Scorpio moon and Gemini rising. The first thing that really jumps out at me from his chart is the lack of cardinal signs. He's got a lot of planets in fixed signs, so you can be sure he's determined, stubborn, thorough, perseverant, and he's got a number of planets in mutable signs as well, all that Gemini and Pisces. So he's adaptable, flexible, bends, easygoing. But there's no cardinal, there's no Aries, there's no Libra, there's no Cancer or Capricorn. So when it comes to being initiatory, taking the initiative, making decisions, that's not his strong point. Nice Moon Jupiter conjunction in Scorpio. There is a humour there. There is a faith and an optimism that goes with it. He's normally a pretty bouncy character, even though it's in Scorpio. It's in the 6th house. So this is all to do with his concept of duty, service, being of responsibility for those less fortunate than himself. And I'm sure there is a side to him that genuinely wants to help. With all that Pisces and a strong Scorpio moon, Jupiter, then there is the potential for piousness. The parents feature powerfully. Not a lot is written about his childhood, but with Venus on the midheaven and Pluto on the IC, as well as the Sun conjunct Ceres in his chart, issues around nurturing, home, roots, foundations and success in the outside world are all linked with parental approval and esteem, and I'm sure there's various elements of tradition and hierarchy here. Very traditional chart. Big on community. Sun square Uranus. There's always going to be something about him that's different. Venus on the midheaven in Aquarius being very well aspected at this time. He's certainly not to be ruled out, and there is a kind of, I don't know, if I were advising him, I'd be telling him to play the kind of old-fashioned, Roosevelt-like, comfortable president who everyone could sit around the fire with and be comfortable with and snuggle up to, and he'd just set himself up as someone who's reliable and consistent and not going to make big changes and just going to muddle through. And perhaps that's what America needs, but that's the way I would advise him in his chart at this time. There's no sign of what I would call extremes. There's nothing negative, directly challenging happening in his chart. Indeed, with Uranus sextiling his midheaven and his Venus over the whole of 2012, certainly there are going to be unexpected, positive opportunities for him to become a lot more high profile and visible. So, you know, he's looking pretty good as well. Saturn moving into Scorpio, however, is just about to square his midheaven and his Venus, and this will be firmly in place as we approach mid-November. So he's going to have to work at it if he wants to become president. I wonder if he's overreached. Too much Jupiter in Gemini at the moment in his 1st house. He might be burning out too much, too fast, too big, too soon. And I suspect there's 1 or 2 more under thrusts of swords and knives in the backs to come yet. Romney's nowhere near as potentially challenged or difficult to chart as I was expecting, and as I often find with people of this ilk. Compare him, for example, to the charts for Bush, or either Bush, but particularly the younger, and you don't see anything like that type of challenge. If anything, the opposite. You see a genuine desire to help, but it depends on his willingness to be upfront. He needs to be totally transparent and come across as consistent and reliable in order to really stand a chance. So I'm going to sign out now because I'm running out of time. This is Steve Judd. steve@stevejudd.com, or you can find out about all my details on my website. I'm going through transition, so's the world, so's my website. Next time, I'll talk about the election. That's the theory. All right, have a good day. Speak to you soon. Bye.